Welcome
to
to
our Coochie
Boos
Boos
podcast.
podcast. Woo!
Woo!
Damn,
Okay,
that was mad loud.
this is the podcast experiment where you get two broke bitches in a room and get them to yap.
Yappy
Yap City.
Grr, grr, da.
So, Coochie Boos podcast, hosted by yours truly
Espresso girl.
and Sailor Rock. I'm gonna go with Sailor Rock. And today, we just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the holidays.
Even though the holidays already mostly passed.
The holidays already mostly passed, but there's nothing wrong with a retrospective outlook or episode. So, caffeine girl, espresso girl, how was your Christmas?
My Christmas was horrible. I mean, it started out horrible, but then it got slightly better, and then it went horrible again. But then it got better again. So it was like a roller coaster.
Okay, so talk us through this roller coaster. What made it horrible and what made it better?
Well, I guess my mama, she didn't like that I was with my boyfriend like every day last week, but it's not. I mean, but she should have known because she literally saw my boyfriend on Tuesday night when I went out with my boyfriend for a drink, and he told her that he's been spending the holidays with me because his family was away. So I don't understand why she spazzed on me the next day, but I guess it was because she wanted to go out, but like there's nowhere to go on Christmas Day, so where the hell does she want to go?
Bella Noches. If we can't go to Bella Noches, where the hell can we go?
But like for real, where was she gonna go? Because there's nothing open. So she was here like, oh, like you're very inconsiderate. I'm gonna kick you out. You should just go live in New Jersey already. Oh, I should have not said that.
Oh, in an undisclosed location.
You should have just already moved in with your boyfriend and talk to him about moving out your stuff. And I was just like, what the fuck? All of that because you wanted to go out and you couldn't because you had to watch your two kids that you decided to have. Oh. Like, it's not my fault. I don't have kids. I'm 27, almost 28. I don't have kids for a reason.
So then, what made it better?
Well, that was all a text that she went off on me through. And I went to my boyfriend's house to calm down, but I was like moody and bored because we weren't really doing anything. We were just like watching Netflix. I mean, I was just spending time with him because I didn't want him to be alone.
Oh, that's very sweet. So what made it better? It sounds like that's the down part of the roller coaster. What is the up part?
I thought the up part was her going off on me.
Oh, okay. So then what was the down part?
The down part was when I was with him, with my boyfriend. Calmed me down, but I was still like anxious.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then we like went out to dinner because there was like no food to eat. I mean, we had food, but we had to like wait for it to defrost, but we didn't take it out in time when we were hungry.
Okay.
So yeah, we went out to the restaurant by his house, and then we just came to his house, and yeah, I just took the bus home afterwards, and then that's when it went back up again for me, because I was really anxious because I didn't want to talk to my mom, and I just got home and I just went straight to my room because I didn't want to see anybody.
But a little birdie told me nothing's open on Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know why she wanted to go out. Like,
but you went out.
Was it for fresh air? No, but I went to his house.
But let's break this down.
She was not gonna go out to no restaurant. Like,
okay.
I don't know where she wanted to go out to because what the hell was open Christmas Day? There was nothing open.
Okay.
So yeah, like when I got home, I was really anxious and I kind of started crying.
Aww.
And then to stop crying, I started building this Lego thing my coworker gave me. It was like a Lego thing of roses to build.
Aw.
So yeah, that helped me calm down.
So your Christmas truly had it all. Suspense, thrills, conflict, resolution. Well, maybe not
Not
resolution,
resolution,
but
also
gifts,
cliffhanger.
Legos, cliffhangers. Your Christmas truly had it all.
But I didn't want it to be like that. I would rather it just be boring
Okay,
without the conflict.
I see. How would I describe my Christmas? I would say mine is probably more on the boring end. Well, like what other people maybe might consider boring because I just hung out with my mom and sister. And usually we also go see my grandma. But then my grandma is sick with a cold, so we didn't want to go over there. And me and my mom were both dealing with a cold at the time, so we didn't want to get ourselves more sick, and then we didn't want to also get my grandma more sick than she already was. So we kind of just chilled out. So yeah, mine was probably a little bit more on what maybe someone might call the boring spectrum. So I think we have a balance here.
And you celebrated a day early too, right?
Yeah, because the way we tend to do it is like because really the celebration part is we refer to the food as the celebration part. So my mom cooked on the 24th. So that was really what I'm calling the celebration. And then Christmas Day, on that day, we really kind of just chill. So like the food and if there are any gifts to exchange, that happens on the 24th. And then the 25th is more like of an American thing that we'll just kind of chill out.
White people thing.
Very much. So it seems we have a balance, a little bit of everything, a little chill, a little excitement, a little anxiousness, a little food, a little bit of it all for Christmas. Okay.
Yeah, and then I saw, what was it, like maybe Thursday? It was Thursday when I decided to stay home because I was just here like, okay, like she's complaining, my mom is complaining about not going out, so I'm just staying home. But then she stayed home because she was busy with her little business. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And then I realized that she I gave her gifts on the on Christmas, Christmas morning. And she didn't open them. She put them in a plastic bag and left them wrapped up. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Like, are you not gonna open it?
She was waiting for later?
I don't know. I just saw them in a bag. I'm still wondering if she opened them.
Well, we have some mysteries to uncover here on the Coochie Boos podcast. Did Espresso Mom open those gifts? We have to know on the next episode.
I mean, it's not that important, but it was just like, wow, she's really shady because she didn't open her presents because she was pissed off. But like, it was only one of those was from me, the presents. The other two was from my dad.
Okay.
So I don't know why she didn't. She should have opened them, to be honest. But yeah, that kind of stung a little bit, seeing those presents in the bag.
Dang. She took after Santa and put those presents in the bag.
It was a clear garbage bag. Yeah.
No. Well, maybe Santa uses those in preparation.
I was just like, what the hell? Like, why didn't she open them? Like, I thought she would at least open them at nighttime when she would calm down, but she didn't.
Oh. Well, we have to find out in the next episode. Bless you. So I know we wanted to talk a little bit about the emotions that kind of come up during the holidays, which we kind of did just now with our accounts of the holidays and Christmas. Is this kind of experience why you don't look forward to Christmas? Because there is maybe just not, like you said, maybe you usually want it to be boring, but it's usually not.
Well, I want it to be like more wholesome.
Okay. And then what do you mean by wholesome?
But we don't really do anything for Christmas. We just chill by ourselves and then eat together.
And you know, I
Like I wish, like on, I'm always on like social media on the holidays, which is not good for me. I feel because I see like families doing like games and stuff, but I don't. I mean, they're the only family I have here too in the U.S.
you know, and it's interesting you bring that up because I think there's two things there. I think one is like every family is a little bit different and they celebrate a little bit differently. And then I mean, social media is just a whole different other monster that creates like false expectations and realities. But then too, I think sometimes what we think maybe is like a twisted form of family, maybe like a dysfunctional form of family, is more common than we think it is. For example, like even how you just said now that you eat with your family, like that is a form of tradition, even though it's not maybe the most like Home Alone, Hallmark movie type of tradition. It's still a form of this is what you expect or know what Christmas to be like every year, at least maybe like the eating, for example, or like a gift giving. So all that to say is that I think sometimes um, there are things that we probably think are not normal, but are more normal than we think they are.
I don't like watching Christmas movies because of that too.
Oh, you know, that's interesting because I was gonna say one thing that I've been feeling about Christmas, and I don't know if you feel this, but I feel like Christmas each year gets a little bit like it feels a little different each year. And I think what it is that it feels less serious each year. And I don't know, it feels weird each year without, and I'm not really able to explain it, but I think what it is that like the celebration, there's not as much hype, maybe because, um, you know, we're older now than we used to be, and maybe we're not consuming Christmas media and movies and TV shows and stuff like we used to. Um, and it was also a different time, right? Like I'm comparing early 2000s to 2024. Different, life is different, times are different, like everything is different. So it's not exactly a fair comparison. But I feel like back then, it felt a little bit more serious in a way.
Serious.
And on one hand, that can be good because it's like you can experience the holiday on a more chill level without so many high expectations because sometimes expectations can lead to disappointment. But on the other hand, it's like, am I losing something? Like, is there something that I should be doing for Christmas that maybe I'm not doing anymore? But then I feel like that opens up a whole nother can of worms of, well, if I'm losing something, what is it that I had before or what is it that I'm looking for? Which it gets really complicated because it's like, damn, well, what is that thing? And I'm not really sure what it is. I think, again, times are just changing, so I'm not sure if there's a clear, definite right or wrong answer there, but it's just something I know. I feel it when the holiday comes around.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this year Christmas did feel different for me because I feel like people are more broke.
That's what I'm saying. Times are different. Like early 2000s, maybe because everyone was a little bit more
I mean,
in a spirit of Christmas and wanting to maybe
and the economy was better back then too.
yeah, like wanting to create these picture perfect Christmases. Everyone's getting gifts and everyone's doing this, that, and the third. While now, like we're in a different place. We've gotten through a pandemic. Like, you know, people look at their lives a little bit differently. People are experiencing their everyday lives a little bit different. So maybe they're just taking it slower or in a way where maybe they are less involved because they don't want to like right if we're experiencing some Christmas conflict, then there's probably a bunch of hundreds of other people that are experiencing Christmas conflict. So maybe they remove themselves, which is why it's starting to feel a little bit different. Because everyone's kind of like taking a step back and maybe thinking, is this what I want to do for Christmas?
Yeah. Usually I dress up during these holidays, but I didn't really put in. I didn't put into thoughts what I was gonna wear. I mean, I did dress up on when was it, Tuesday night, the to Christmas Eve when I went out with my boyfriend. I was actually gonna wear that dress for Christmas, but good thing I didn't because we didn't do anything. I mean, I could have worn it again, but I didn't want to because I was gonna take the bus home and People are weird over there where my boyfriend is, so I just stuck to pants.
Nope.
All of that because I mean I'm just saying that because dressing up makes me feel better.
Oh, we are making some discoveries on the pod. Some discoveries of the self on the Coochie Boos podcast. And that's the thing. Listeners, please keep in mind, we may be analyzing the moment, we may be exploring the moment, but we're not psychologists and we're not psychotherapists. We are two broke
Regular,
bitches with a
regular
podcast.
hoes.
Keep that in mind.
Period.
Period. So, for the holiday, now that we've gone through Christmas, we're approaching New Year's. How do you feel about New Year's? Is it a similar experience as Christmas for you?
Oh no, I'm gonna go out.
And is that your norm for New Year's?
Yeah, it has been for a while. I mean, last year I spent it with my boyfriend in his house, but I don't want to do that again. I mean, my friend from Cali, she's visiting, so
Ooh.
I wanna see her that night, Christmas Eve, party a little bit, because then I had to work on the first, which is stupid, but
Okay. So for New Year's, you generally tend to feel a little bit better than you do about Christmas?
yeah. I mean, Thanksgiving for me it was good too, because I was with my boyfriend's family, and I mean the vibes are good, because I guess because I was drinking and with good company. So yeah, I guess Christmas is just
Christmas is the heavy one.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean Thanksgiving is sometimes too, but Thanksgiving last year was fine. Was fine, from what I remember. So I'm just here waiting for New Year's to prepare for my birthday.
Okay. I think for me, New Year's, I'm not really like a super holiday festive person in general. So sometimes all of these things, I take them with like a grain of salt because I'm not super festive anyway. I think the only thing about New Year's is that um, I think for me, Christmas can feel a little bit more heavier because it's like maybe more family oriented, while New Year's sometimes is, I feel like, is a little bit more oriented towards yourself and not that it has to be, but I feel like the general vibe for New Year's is think about the last year and then think about the year moving forward. So I feel like New Year's is a little bit less heavy in terms of like dealing with family, but heavy more so in terms of um, like just realizing that time is going by faster than we think it is. So just have a little bit heavy, but in a different way. But again, I'm not like super festive, which is why I think this one, the one coming up, feels a little bit different because it's not about being festive. It's about, well, I guess it is about being festive, but it's about thinking about the past and then the present and even the future a little bit. So it gets a little bit like overwhelming in that sense. Do you have any resolutions?
Not really. I mean, I guess to get a new job. So I'm tired of working at the one I'm at right now.
That's a good one. That's a solid one.
Um, I don't know.
I think I mean, I have things that I always have in the back of my mind. Um, so those, I think, like always, I'll continue to carry them and try to touch on those things in the next year. For example, well, actually, one that I'll say, I feel comfortable saying now, is I would like to have this Coochie Boot podcast experiment published. I would love for it to be out there
Oh,
somewhere.
wow.
That's a resolution for sure. Y'all heard it here for 2025. We're gonna get episodes.
We're gonna make the net.
Period. Okay, so we'll close out if we're ready to close out.
Oh yeah. I feel
Okay.
like that's it.
Do you
That's
have
it.
any fun Christmas or any holiday stories in general? Or any weird holiday stories?
Not really. I mean, I just remember getting drunk on New Year's.
I don't know what happens when you get drunk. What happens when Espresso Girl gets drunk?
I mean, I was in like my little New Year's gang. I was
Oh,
trying to help this other girl that was drunk because she couldn't even walk,
oh my god.
and we had to put her in a cab to take her home. But I think we put the wrong address in. I think we put her
Oh
mom's.
my god. So
I
she
don't.
ended up somewhere else.
Yeah, so we had to call her mom to like track her to make sure that she gets home safe because this girl was like out of it because she was drunk. And yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing I remember.
Is that the only thing you remember because nothing else sticks out, or because you were blackout drunk on New
I mean, I
Year's?
think it's because I mean, I wasn't like drunk, but I was like tipsy, borderline drunk. So I just remember that part. And then afterwards, we were just like, I think, bar hopping. And then, yeah.
Or any fun or interesting or weird gifts? Good, bad, or ugly?
No. Gifts?
No? You've never gotten a pair of socks? You've never gotten socks for Christmas?
No, I don't
Oh
think
my
so.
god. I feel like socks. I have gotten socks for Christmas. Socks is like,
Oh, I got socks right now, actually.
okay. I feel like socks. But I don't know about now, but I feel like socks back in the day, socks
Uh,
as a gift was like, you do
disappointment.
not care about me.
No,
Well,
I
yeah, it
got.
always feels disappointing, but now when you're older, it feels like, oh, dang, I could actually use these socks and they're cute.
Yeah, I actually got some socks yesterday.
Because people will put effort into picking socks now. They'll pick a cute pair of socks. Back then, I feel like it was just like,
Like here.
here's some socks so you can shut up.
Like here, I got you something.
Hmm. And so, to our wonderful, lovely listeners, we got you something. Each and every one of you has a new episode to listen to. This one.
Oh!
So, if anyone is listening to this in the new year, we will wish you a happy new year. And we hope to see more. Well, not see, but maybe you can hear from us more, and we can hopefully also hear from you more. Hopefully, there's an exchange going on between all of us.
Oh, an exchange.
Oh.
Ooh.
Let's get into that in a different episode.
See you.
See ya. Bye, everyone.